Nuestra presentación especial comenzará en breve.
Hello and welcome. When I was a kid, I used to spend 4 to 5 hours in an arcade place near my home at the City of Science and Scientists. Not playing the whole time. I would play 5 rounds and spend the rest of the time watching other kids playing. The arcade place had 3 arcade machines with Neo Geo games in them, but everyone played King of Fighter 2002. Now the game is in Japanese and English, and a bunch of kids with that much of a language barrier could never even attempt to understand anything about the characters. But naturally, we would talk about them, and eventually a false lore created through the accumulation of children's assumptions was engraved in every cell in my brain. Until now, whenever I look at the title screen of a sneak game, an unmatchable experience of a nostalgic yet unreal lore happens. It's like magic, I swear. With that being said, I'm gonna be translating that unmatchable experience into this lingua franca. So the game is created by Snick, and this is the only way to pronounce it. Here we go. Yori Yagami. He was called the Crazy. He was the star of the game, the main character if you want. He was considered the main character because he was the first on the select bar, and we called him the Crazy because obviously he escaped from the sanitarium since his legs are tied to each other with this pants rope. He also goes totally nuts in some of the other King of Fighter games. Popular characters at Moses' arcade place had named attacks, of course, so the Crazy has the choke, Albaracion, which means surgery, because if the surgeon is crazy, I'm sure it would look something like this. The fingering. Get over here. And we labeled anyone who uses the Tower of Purple a cheap player. Because obviously whoever goes to the extent of using it had no confidence in his skills. Mature is the wife of the Crazy. Supposedly she is a Contessa since she wears Contessa clothes. Vice is the wife of Moses. He owned the arcade place and we respected him as much as Iori. Rest in peace, Moses, you made my childhood. I remember that my older brother used to say that he is terrified because of Vice. Her moves and voice acting are sinister. Yamazaki is called Fihuti, which is a slang for someone who stabs with knives. Blue Mary, non-conclusive. Billy is a pirate pizza guy. I don't know why. Leona is the sister of the Crazy. This conclusion was drawn after a comparison between Orochi Iori and Orochi Leona. She is a soldier and she has many named attacks. The Skewer. Shilta, the Scar. Lvi. Ralph is the disciple of Clark. He has 3 named attacks: the Rocket, the Tractor, Lablamine. Which is strangely a type of baby's food. Clark is Ralph's teacher. His favorite word is Uya. Kim. We called him the trust in oneself. This name originated from the look on his face in the select screen. He was the favorite of so many kids, so he got a lot of named attacks. Like your face in the ground. The Juggling. The Kick. The Ascendance. Shong. No one chose him. Literally no one. I don't have a single memory where someone chose Shong. Shoei. I still don't know how to pronounce it the way it was intended. He has one named attack which is called the Swim. Vanessa. She clearly serves drinks at the bar. It explains why she sips air when she strikes. Seth is called Sech. He also serves drinks at the bar. Not a bartender though, it's different. Ramon has one named attacks which is called the Wall Run and it is unguardable. You cannot guard it. Kula. She lost her memories and ran from the lab with her mother. She got experimented on, which is why she has ice abilities and the cyborg hand. Her named attacks are the Dance, Al-Bihri or the Air Breeze, and the Mountain. K9999. It is pronounced K49. This one also ran from the lab and got experimented on. His named attacks include the Root, the Butterfly or Albornoz, which is a kind of traditional clothing, Hiya, which means the gun. And the nail. Angel is called the string, like the women underwear. Ka. Another lab escapee, and of course the lab experimentations granted him fire powers and the cyborg hand. His named attacks include Air Wagon and the female ghoul. Maxim is called Robo and has two named attacks, the laser and the tractor. Whip is called the one with the rope. She has one named attack, which is underfoot. Ryo is a practitioner of the Woken and wants to save his sister Yuri who ran away. He has three named attacks, which are the punch, the tractor, and karate. Robert is also a practitioner of Woken. He is Ryu's best friend and Yuri's secret lover. He has one named attack called Lyria, which is untranslatable unfortunately. Takuma is called the leader of the Woken clans. He is Ryu and Yuri's father. He is a Tengus, I guess. He has one named attack, Liktabah. Terry Bogard has one named attack, Hama Wayne. He has two brothers. One comes and do the hat thing after a win, and one is his teammate, Andy Bogard. Andy Bogard, non-conclusive. Joe has one named attack, the beam. It is funny to me that Joe was the first JoJo reference that I met as a kid, way before I knew JoJo was a thing. His full name is Joe Higashi, while you know Josuke Higashikata resides on Mario and stuff. Athena was one of the two characters that were able to perform rage, which roughly translates to poisoning. This term refers to the toxicity this type of moves unleashes on the other one. It is not the name of an attack, it is a genre of attacks. Anyway, naturally when someone chose Athena and decided to use rage, a big fight would erupt and Moses would break it. Athena has one named attack, which is Psycho Boris. Kensho is Athena's sim. He has one named attack, the egg that does nothing. Shin is called the Pilgrim due to his old age. He has one named attack, which isn't an attack, the sleep. Kiyu is a rival of the Crazy. He has an evil brother that possesses a different set of moves whose name is Kozanaji. Benimaru has one named move which is called Zarbat, which translates roughly to the spinner. I just noticed that this is another JoJo reference. He looks like your favorite French dude and tortoise Giampiero Polnareff. Daimon, non-conclusive. Mei is called Maya. Yuri is a practitioner of Woken. She is the sister of Ryu and the daughter of the leader of the Woken clans. She ran from home because they didn't let her fight. She has two named attacks. Run in your face. Sirikfuf, or a series of slaps. Mei Lee, non-conclusive. Yashiro, we called him the dude who break dances or by his name. The evil variety is the one people choose and he has one named attack. It is simply called the punch. And it is very cheap to use it after a takedown. Shirimi, non-conclusive. Chris, we called him Banana and the reason is unclear for me, but my guess is because he says Rugal is called Regal. Regal is the final boss or the final stage. This did not stop here. For years, kids that are adults now labeled people with positions that abuse their positions as Regal, since there is no clear way of persevering and escape from corruption. Regal has many named moves like take you and bring you. I juice your face. But most importantly, Regal was the second character that could perform rage or poisoning. I mean, the cheapest act that anyone could do in Moses' arcade was choose Regal, put him last, then press C+D to change from whatever character you chose first and second. Now you have three Regals. Keep poisoning using Kaiser Wave. It either lands and intoxicates the game, or the opponent evades using A+B and falls into the trap. Double catch of Regal. And this was the false lore of the King of Fighters 2002 from the City of Science and Scientists. Here are some honorable mentions. Rilki Samurai, please, thank you, the green friend of Dragon Ball. Rest in peace, Moses. Peace and be wise, huh?